Let's start. Hey, we're already live. Hey, folks. And welcome to the episode 88 of DevKami, and I'm Chileong.
I am Tristan.
And I'm Swimming Quarter. It's 88. It's a Chinese thing.
So we have new guests. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Felicia. Nice meeting everybody.
Do you mind doing a brief introduction?
Oh, okay. I think just a guess, like maybe giving like a female perspective on like a very interesting topic today on modern age dating. Yay! Okay, so I'm very excited. I don't know what to expect, so I'm just gonna go with the flow. Yeah.
All right. So let's go to our usual, which we're gonna show the events going on. So Nicholas actually shared that next week's gonna be a Groove Work Technology Summit.
Yep.
I'm not sure what's that
Tuesday.
about. It's a 3 days event. So if you're interested, check it out Tuesday to Thursday.
Yep.
And these are not gonna. Ruby Tuesday is not gonna happen. Oh, this July. Oh shit.
Yeah, this all the way in July.
Yeah, no, nothing going on. It means nothing is going on. So that concludes the event because of this because of this coronavirus thing. There is no physical events going on.
Just because the government tell you so.
So let's talk about the bus corner. Like what actually happened.
There's a few things happening this week actually. You heard of Honeycode?
What is that?
Honeycode is okay. I didn't read the detail, but apparently Amazon had a codeless development service. So Amazon start take away your server, then start take away your ability to run your server. Now they're going to take away your ability to code, take over your ability to code. So in the end of the day, Amazon will do
sooner or later they're gonna take away our job.
Yeah, let me find the link. Amazon.
So I think the big thing that happened this week is the WWDC from Apple. So the main change is a bit controversial one, but I'm actually pretty excited about it, which is they're gonna change their computer architecture from Intel to ARM. So
so their own silicon, they call it Apple Silicon.
Apple Silicon. So so it means that computer is going to use the same processor as the iPhone or iPad. So it's gonna be.
What does it mean for the Hackintoshers?
Too bad because Apple will not release a processor, even though it's technically an ARM. If you follow a conversation with Sean a few months back, you know. So he has been saying that ARM is actually just a core. Then what the vendor do is they add everything else around the core for their use. So in Apple case, they're going to add stuff like machine learning core and whatnot, just to get
come to think of it. Android phones and iPhones are both ARM, right?
Yes, but the thing is, if you look at the Android community OS, those third-party kernels, what they call, so you realize that there's actually different support level, even on same brand or say different brand, because there's multiple different ARM creator. There is like the MediaTek, then there's the Snapdragon, there's popular one.
So since we
Everyone
have Felicia with us today, we're gonna ask her like, do you mind buying your computer if your computer's processor, or do you care about your computer's processor at all, or if Apple is switching their processor from Intel to their phone, the one that's same with phone and iPad, or it just doesn't matter as long as it works?
This is for Felicia, right?
Yeah, this is for Felicia.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't mind.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use Apple?
Answer.
Yeah, I'm using Apple. I'm an iPhone user, but now I used to be like a whole Apple, like MacBook, iPhone, iPad, everything. But now I started to diversify, so I'm okay with both. And I have an Android phone as well. So diversity. I think sometimes you just have to be, you cannot really you cannot be really brand loyal these days. Whoever gives you the better can deliver the same performance and better price. I think means sometimes, yeah.
Very logical.
Yes. So, which is why for us, we're going to let the market see what's going to happen, because if the market decided that it's not worth it to port over, then things will get very interesting. If they think the market's still worth it, go ahead. For me, so things just get really interesting, even though I'm not a primary Apple user.
I'm actually excited because it means that there's gonna be a change of paradigm. So let's see how it goes. As a developer, of course, I'll be worried because some of these things are not ready for us. So let's see how it goes.
My issue with proprietary stuff like this is the e-waste. So I had a Me 4C like many years ago, and I was able to bring it back to life because there was a Lineage OS package for it, and so I can actually still use it. I'm actually still using it right now. So that's like a 5-year-old phone that's still very fast, and I can still use it because there's a project that supports it. The problem with if it goes Apple Silicon, for example, is if Apple stops updating it. Like for example, I have an old iPod Touch. Apple doesn't it's stuck at iOS 6 and it can't update anymore because Apple doesn't support it. So there's nothing I can do with it.
Should
Yes, the
we
problem
start
there.
with the topic, or do we have anything to add?
I think that's the big one on myself.
Wait.
If there's not, we should move on so that we have more time to talk about the interesting thing.
Wait.
I do not know.
Bad news. Wait, let me. You see, the problem with presentation is when you want it to work, it doesn't.
That's a Murphy's law, they say, right?
So did you sacrifice? Did you sacrifice a kid? I mean, baby girl.
A rabbit, probably.
Okay.
Oh wait.
You need to sacrifice for the demo god.
Let me refresh my.
Yeah.
You guys want to ask any questions? Yeah, because I think this is the first time I'm meeting Swimming and Tristan as well.
Yeah. Yes. Let's see. I'm trying to figure that part out.
Is Felicia your real name?
Yeah, my real name.
Yeah, okay. Because I remember there was a meme. There was a meme a few years ago about Bye Felicia, and it just happens to be we're talking about Tinder and dating apps, and Bye Felicia is actually a meme about toxic people meeting
it's
in
actually
Bye
from a movie.
Felicia.
Yeah, it's actually from a movie about this cocaine addict or something like that, and that character's name is Felicia. So Bye Felicia is bye a toxic relationship and stuff. But then again,
Speaking of toxic relationships.
Yes.
But again, my name actually has a better meaning to it. It means the happy one. Yeah, it's a real Christian name.
Yeah.
It's actually a Latin-based name. Felicia. Felicia is happy.
Felicity. Yeah, the happy one.
So this is our slide. I think this is the one that I actually had to do homework.
Oh,
so
nice.
so normally we just come up here to talk. So I gathered some opinions or suggestion on Facebook, asking on what apps to try. So these are the three. Okay, the three apps that I tried are Tinder, OkCupid, and CoffeeMeetsBagel. But before you start, PSA. So, yep.
Do we have a hotline in Malaysia?
There are some resources. There are befrienders and stuff. I can share some of the resources afterwards in the video description. But basically it's a problem in our current society. So it's okay to talk about it, and it's okay to find help, and also talk with your friend, everything, be open about it. So and because it looks weird because it's actually from the NIH National Institute on Aging. So that is why living alone, okay, leave your home. So that's why we talk about it. It's actually okay to use it. I want to take away the prejudice and stigma behind dating application first. So before we start, okay, these are the three platforms that I tried. Felicia, did you try the rest beside Tinder? Do you have experience with OkCupid?
Yeah, I'm actually I started with Tinder and Coffee Meets Bagel since 2000 late 2017. Actually, a few years before that, but I deleted and updated. It's always that cycle. And OkCupid, I just tried it during the MCO, but I also deactivated it. But yeah,
Okay.
so I have experience on three.
Yeah. We'll ask about your opinion afterwards.
Okay, sure.
When we expand on it, yeah. So let me do some brief introduction. So you can actually for logins, SSOs means that you can log in with Facebook. I should actually update this. You can, but when you download the app, you can actually choose to log in with just your phone number. So and all three platforms actually support Instagram integration. I think just because that it acts like an intermediate photo gallery, so you don't have to upload photos to three platforms. And also as a side effect, some of the people, according to my observation, they use this platform as a way to promote their Instagram page. Which also will cover afterwards. There's some gotchas.
Yep, I have some opinions on that. Yep.
Yep. So, do you know that Tinder and OkCupid actually has a web interface? I'm actually surprised. Yeah, and Tinder actually I just discovered. Yeah, and also just discovered that Tinder when I put it up just now, it actually just updated its interface. So, yeah. So unfortunately for CoffeeMeetsBagel there's no web interface. Yeah. So feature of all of them, I think Tinder is the golden standard of the market. So everybody allows you to swipe profile to like. But the two other platforms like CoffeeMeetsBagel and OkCupid allows you to attach a message along with the like. And yep. So
actually, I think the orientation is a bit weird.
What?
Go on first.
Okay. Filter wise, I rank them by the has more feature. So OkCupid, if you really want a fine grain control, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. So CoffeeMeetsBagel is 2. There's some options to choose, but mainly the system decides for you. Tinder, I think there is not much of a filter at all besides distance and age. So the interesting one is daily limits. CoffeeMeetsBagel decided for you.
Somehow filter is like the user selectable filters, right?
Yeah.
Because in Tinder they have a hidden filter where if you don't get chosen a lot, then you don't show up on. Yeah, it's like you get put into a bucket where the number system, right? Like where you're a 7 or 8 or a 9 or a 10. So if you end up being chosen by lots of 10s, you end up in that bucket of 10, and the 10s tend to choose. Like you tend to see more of the 10s than the others. So basically, you get to bat at the same level as everyone else the more you use Tinder. So that's like a non-user selectable thing.
So it's like an MMR where they actually constantly adjust your level until you gain the 50-50 equilibrium.
Yeah, and then they'll sometimes throw you just to switch things around. They throw you areas like people that are not necessarily your level, like either higher or lower, just to see if you've adjusted or something. So it's an interesting research from before.
It seems like Magic is saying that you throw it to the wall and see whether it sticks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's got A/B testing nowadays.
Oh, I'm gonna cover that afterwards. Yeah, no spoiler.
Yeah, and also it's a clustering.
Yeah. So daily limits. I think somehow CoffeeMeetsBagel is a bit somehow it's very traditional. Like it decides for you. It's gonna show you the suggestion. But of course, if you want a free room, you actually need to pay for it. So as far as I know, OkCupid allows you for 10 daily limits. I remember last time when I used it, it was unlimited. I think same goes to Tinder. Tinder is 100 right swipes within 12 hours. Initially when I first started trying to be serious in reviewing the app, I actually tried to maximize the limit every day. So I was facing like existential crisis, but like why Tinder still show me so much? And then I discovered it's actually 100 right swipe. So in a way, it is conditioning you to do quick swipes. Stop being so choosy. Okay, orientation.
Well, they do the sorry
it's fine.
the feeling of the good feelings from their users come when someone chooses you, so they are more likely to encourage a behavior that would give more matches to people because they want to associate good feelings with Tinder, right? Oh, someone matched
Like
with
me.
and the only way that they can actually like properly say that this is a match is if you actually swiped right. So they tend to encourage that behavior.
And for orientation, CoffeeMeetsBagel and OkCupid support multiple orientations. OkCupid has more choices. You can do mix and match. They even detail it under their TOS on advising you on how to support, like let's say, a non-monogamous relationship. It was really interesting. So Tinder is only for straight people. Yep.
I thought it's theoretically can be. They're saying that you are interested in men or women.
No, because when you choose what's your gender instead of what's your preference. So
But you
Oh,
can
did
just
they
be
change it?
interested in male or female, I think.
Yeah, I think
You
they
can
changed it. No, I don't think they changed it. Yeah, you choose your. I mean, you are usually in your Facebook account. You are whatever you choose your
because
gender to be, but you can choose which ones are you interested in. Well, it's still binary, right? Like it's either male or female. You're never on it. Like I choose both, for example, or something.
yeah, let me check.
Or
It really doesn't
I'm just
matter
here for a
as
chat.
Oh yeah, show me. Okay, show me. Yeah, there is actually an option to choose. I need to update this.
Yes.
Actually, you can choose. Show me what. Okay,
Yes.
I need to update this all. So correction, Irata.
There is some men
Yep.
inside as
So
well.
I actually put in some comments here, but price. If you want to go premium, it means that you can see who actually likes you, and you can do more interaction. Like you have more quotas. You can see whom. You can see like whether they are online. They read your message. So pricing wise is simple. Yeah. OkCupid is more complicated. There are a lot of plans, which I'm really confused. Yeah. Like there's a 88 ringgit plan. I don't know what they do. So it's really complicated. So
Why is it 88 ringgit?
it's
Like what's with the 88?
It's actually for specific functions.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
even
but why did they-
CoffeeMeetsBagel, there is like different things like
Oh.
do you want more? You can buy points like do you want more matches, or Tinder
Oh.
has like super like, so there are a few
Yeah.
more like for specific kind of
Mm.
features, I think, upgrades or whatever. Not.
So initially I put in like because when we say free services, it means that if you don't pay, you are the product. So yeah. So when you still pay because your data is already there, so which I'm gonna cover afterwards, we are still gonna be a product to them. So because part of it is like a social media kind like of a social application is relies on the people.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna go through the features. CoffeeMeetsBagel, nothing much to customize. Slow is the feature, and they actually advertise it as one of their benefits. So, suggestions are created by the platform, so they adjust the suggestion daily. They do it daily, so they do it like on the fly. For like they can give you a set of like starters, just like Pokemon. So they give you like 10 to start with. Then, according to you, whether you like or dislike, you're gonna adjust. Tomorrow they're gonna give you like gonna adjust it, and the number is interesting because they might like from my experience for this, like this is like the 5th day of me using it. I get like between like 15 to 33, so the number varies. So, and anything you guys want to add it? Like
It's more for the men, though.
No.
Women only gets about like 4 to 5 matches
Oh.
at every
Interesting.
Okay.
every day at 12 p.m. So apparently Coffee Meets Bagel is geared towards the women more, in a sense where they give men more choices to select through, but
Oh,
the
okay.
women, they only give like 4 or 5 at 12 p.m. every day kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh,
That's my
this
Is that
experience.
because
Yeah.
women are more choosy? So if you're given 5, you have to choose at least one. But if you're given like 10 every day, then okay, I'm going to get 10 tomorrow, so I'm not
Yeah.
going to choose. Is that
Yeah.
the psychology behind this?
I don't know, but sometimes I look at the 5, I'm like, not really.
Yeah.
No, not
Yeah.
even. Okay.
Not
Yeah,
really.
unfortunately, it's if you in what we call machine learning, we have or data processing, we have this term called garbage in, garbage out.
Yep.
So if the starter choices are not so good, you're gonna not end up. I mean, it takes a while for you to scale towards your real preference. So I guess that's how it works. Yep. Actually, good to know the women's side of things. Interesting.
Yeah.
So how OkCupid works is that it's interesting because if you like to talk about yourself, you like to
I laugh at this, like, yeah.
the profile that you can fill up you can use it to publish a novel. It's not an exaggeration.
They have
Exactly.
they have these surveys as well. You can answer like questions.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to discover yourself, you go to OkCupid
Yeah.
and you just answer
I
everything.
think sometimes you discover more of yourself rather than
Yeah.
like, you want to try to
Exactly.
find a partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't feel like this is a good option. Like basically it's actually easier if you look at the mirror.
Yeah, but you need to know the history of OkCupid because they actually started with.
No, I'm gonna
the
cover
content
that.
is-
No spoiler.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, it's actually afterwards, so
Okay.
it's
Yes.
part of the, So
Yeah, but in the end, you might discover that the perfect partner for you is your clone, right? You just
Yes.
but
understand yourself so well.
good
I
and
love
bad
myself.
is that good and bad is if you don't care much, it's fine. But it also offers you, to be honest, it also offers you options, like more options to choose from. So yeah. So Tinder is easy. You have the big pictures. Keep swiping to give up. A/B testing is Felicia. Are you familiar with A/B testing? The term?
No, not really. What's that?
In marketing or technical, it's like in marketing. I have a new product, so I might be having a multiple version of it because I have no idea what the market will react to it. So normally, A/B means that I only have 2 products. I'm gonna throw one to one market, another to another one, and to test whether which product is actually well liked. Then the final product will be chosen based on that. So A/B testing is something that Tinder is we are trying to do or do to
It's like on
others.
Facebook, when we are doing a Facebook ad, you have that split thing. You compare.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep,
Now I
it's
get
like
it.
But
that.
usually they do it for headlines. So which headline performs better?
Yeah.
So the A/B
Yeah.
testing.
So
Yeah,
you are
that
the
is-
product lah. That's what you meant by
Yeah.
by what you
Yep.
said just now.
And they,
okay.
and they will show you your liked one. So and they're gonna rotate you with other pictures of yourself. So the more pictures you have, actually, the better it is. But if you could keep scrolling, you're gonna see the same person over and over again. With
Yeah, so
another
annoying
picture. So-
sometimes. But
Yeah.
also because if you are
Really?
doing the paid version, apparently they are going to show you a few times as well,
Yeah.
compared to like free versions. So.
Oh, so that means the people who pay get to show up more often in
Oh.
other people's
Yeah.
feeds. Is that it?
Yes, there's also the feature on, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Coffee Meets Bagel as well. So you can pay for that.
So you get to pay for a second chance
Yeah.
at getting
Yes.
swiped at.
Sometimes it gets too annoying. Just a word out. I mean, if anybody is trying that.
It's fine. Just
It's
know what
actually
you get.
time for lottery.
Just know what you get. Like it's actually a supplement. It's not actually it's not the main way of you to get to know other people. It's just a supplement. So
Yeah. It's like if you don't, for me, it's like if you don't jump into online dating or using the app, it's a bit like telling people like, I want to live in this world now, but I don't want to use internet. Like you cannot live without internet. You have to meet people in different ways. So, and then if you're complaining that you want to get into a relationship or you want to meet somebody, but you say, I'm just not going to go out of my house today. Obviously, you're not going to meet anybody, right?
Yeah.
So online dating is like that. Yeah.
And
It's the
especially,
same. So it's like increasing the number of opportunities you have.
especially when you're not an OkCupid person, where you try to know more diverse kind of people.
Mhm.
Then
Like a friend.
echo chamber, no judgment there, just a bit, but it's just personal preference.
There
So
was a big industry about Tinder profile picture taking something. Like
Yeah.
photographers had
Yep.
that like special option in their menu.
Yeah.
Instagrammable. Well, now it's Instagrammable. Before it was like Tinder profile pictures, and then you have like a certain angle to look at. Apparently, people who don't look at the camera are more swiped at than people who look directly at the camera. So all of
Really?
these like research and stuff, yeah,
Okay.
it used to be quite a lot of research done during the
I
early
think I
days.
probably used Tinder wrong because normally the first thing I'll go into is to read the description.
Mhm.
No, but it depends the quality of the people.
Yeah.
Like for me, I do
Yeah.
take time to read like the caption. But of course, the photos are important because it tells like who you are. I mean, I don't get it when some people they post like blurry photos of themselves. I'm like, what are you trying to achieve here? Like, I think,
Or
like forget
cartoons.
catfishing. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
just or political stuff that
Yeah.
appears. I don't know. It's just weird. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like fake it until you make it. So yeah, if that's your thing, so it's fine. So I'm gonna show like before somebody think that I'm an asshole, because for those that on my Facebook it looks like I was fooling around, but it's actually not. I was just testing. So I tried, like I only sign up with a phone number. I turn off all notification because I don't like distraction. So and discipline of 1 hour a day maximum, and I always finish the allocated quota.
Impressive.
Yeah, set my boundary
Nice.
online text communication only. And it's also one of my usual personal things is I don't like to ask personal questions, but I'm not telling lies if I'm being asked. So, but often that is enough to scare people away from my experience. Truth is hard to handle. If you don't want to know,
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, I can't. So these are the stuff that I discovered because I actually found out about Felicia on Tinder. And I showed her that, and she told me that she actually hacked her profile. And it just proved that hidden or like there are some feelers around. So you'll be still used, and actually legal in their terms of service. They can use.
Yeah.
They have the rights to whatever content you post to the platform. So also, a fun fact is that you need to own the rights to the content you upload to, so you can grant them the permission to it. So it means that if you've uploaded a post, let's say you work as a model, and you took some photo shoot, a product photo shoot, because you don't actually own the permission or you have the ability to waive the copyright to them, you are actually not supposed to use it for Tinder. I mean, according to the TOS, but how many of them actually own it?
I didn't know that.
It depends on the release form. So when you take a picture of a model, there's something called a release form, which enumerates the rights that you get from taking the
some of us we
picture.
call it waiver. So you waive the rights. I should actually do that when
you release your rights. Yeah.
I actually do that initially when I record meetups, but people don't care, so that's fine. If they ask, if they are not comfortable of that being public, then I can always take it down. So that's why I found out there's a lot of scam. I'm not sure whether the female side is different. There's a lot of scammers.
Well, for me, it's like if you are there to just swipe. I mean, there's like like how the pilots and all these people will add you on Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Like that they're too good to be true. They're like they may not be
Pilots.
well-known actors. They're pilots and models.
That's actually there's a fresh. Actually, it's a fresh point of view because we don't get pilots.
Yeah, you don't get
Okay,
you
in
probably
my
get
case, I also
stewardess.
don't get anyone. So that's that.
Yeah, so for me, it's like I don't even swipe on those because it looks too, like too real, too good to be true. So I don't. Maybe some girls are into it. I just don't swipe on those. So I really assume those are actually scammers. Yeah.
And I actually encountered only one that actually has the profile verified. So it's not just unverified accounts. So
It's quite easy to
really
verify the accounts, I think.
It's actually very easy to verify. You just follow do this.
Yeah, exactly.
But-
I just did it for fun, and I'm like, oh my god, so ugly. The photos taken just like that. But
I think that's
I
the
just
point.
try to see. Yeah, that's the point.
But I found out that the people, I don't think it's actually the AI that agrees. That approve you as verified, because I tried to do funny poses and they actually rejected me a few times. I actually tried to test the system, not via some illegal methods, just by testing if you're right hand, I'm using the left hand. Yeah, they're very particular about that.
Okay.
So they
I think it's a human behind it.
Yep. From what I discovered from my sample is a lot of them. Swimming, are you fidgeting?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, fidgeting. Are you moving something? Okay. I actually can hear
I
some.
don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. So it's only some noise then. So scammers normally masquerade as somebody new to town, like, oh, I'm actually from Korea, not exactly all of them, but the problem is that the pictures are almost as similar, and the most suspicious one are the texts. They are almost like identical, so it's very obvious to spot them out. And I actually managed to swipe a few ones just for testing. Is that almost the first thing they ask is to get to communicate outside of the platform.
So they ask for your phone
I was-
number.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of a plot twist. You know, when they when you verify they actually show you in a Tinder-like manner. They swipe left or right, whether this is a verified. No, I'm just imagining
Okay.
things.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a vanity feature. It's a of
Vanity
course.
feature.
Yeah, to give you a
Did you
false
raise your right hand? Nope. Swipe left.
I
That's how
probably-
they know if it's the right hand or not, because it's on the right side of the page, so it's easy to swipe.
It's not very disability friendly though.
True. But I'm just gonna highlight. There's this comment on YouTube from Chris or something. Some people put their pets and like, I'll refer my
Yeah.
neighbor pets to you or something like that. So yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like why?
Yeah, why?
Like,
Yeah, exactly. Why would someone put a picture of their pet?
I think it's
I mean, one
self-esteem.
photo is fine. One picture is fine, but it's like, yeah.
I don't know. I post all my ugly photos on.
It's one of those things that they want to attract.
Yeah.
Pet. Look,
Oh.
those.
Yep. And I've discovered this. They actually patched this last night. If you use the Tinder web, you can actually see the profile picture. But you cannot interact with them, but you can see who actually like you without paying.
So they
But they
give you
patch it.
the
Do you
kind
see-
of boost to like, hey, continue using it.
Yeah.
You know,
but
you
No, I think this is internal. They're not supposed to be showing it.
no, this was
Already?
patched
This-
last night. They removed
Yeah,
it
this
last night.
was yeah.
Oh,
okay.
so it's
But do you
all-
see only the pictures or the of course the user IDs, but not the names,
the-
right?
I can see when their activity status and their pictures, but I cannot see their ID.
And you don't see any Facebook
No, not really.
information. It's really just a profile picture.
Just a picture, but most of them look like generic scammers picture anyway. So
Is it like a way to entice you to go for the paid version or something like that?
well,
No, this is sick. Yeah, this is not supposed to be there. It's just
Oh.
Chi Leong hacking
Yeah.
the website.
no, I didn't hack it. I just used the website. I'm not doing anything illegal. I actually obey the TOS right now. as of now. So
Just because you obey doesn't mean you're not dodgy.
and this was patched, so this was removed last night, so it means that it's not supposed to be a feature. So and I discovered the night actually has higher noise level. It means that the ratio of scammers like profile actually, I mean the frequency are higher, and morning, I mean early morning, because I wake up early, so the morning actually looks more real.
Decent.
So it's still, or decent or organic.
Yeah, for me, I prefer like I don't know if this is psychology or what. I just prefer to chat with people in the morning or daytime. It looks like they are going to work. They have their life going on, not just like on on the app trying to get like a booty call, that kind of thing. So it's like it's more like a real conversation exchange here. So I try to do it in the morning.
That's a very good point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because of my work, I'm a fitness, into fitness and the wellness. So I sleep quite early relatively. So I try not to like be on my phone during the midnight. So I don't even bother my clients. So so that's also my job lah. So yeah.
So you're staying up pretty late for us tonight.
Yeah, I'm like 10 to 11. I'm like, this is my
thank you a
bedtime.
lot. Yeah.
No worries.
So, and CoffeeMeetsBagel actually show you the lights in the suggestion. If the suggestion that they show you like you can actually see it. Like, do you want to match with her or something? But you don't see, but they actually hide everything unless you pay. But if it show up in the suggestion, then you can see it. So, and fun facts, these two are actually owned by the same company, Match Group, Tinder and OkCupid. So they have the rights to share data within their group as well. So it means that the data can be interchanged if they want to.
Oh wow!
So, and this what Swimming want to talk about just now is that OkCupid's founder went to found Keybase, which recently acquired by Zoom to fix their cybersecurity thing. So it's the original founder were pretty reputable. But yeah.
Yeah, and also what happened is OkCupid also had a psychology background, so it's very psychology based. It's actually very interesting, which is one of the original idea of online dating in the early 2000s and late 90s is that let's get a lot of data about you so that we can match each other. It's actually part of the research project in one of the universities. So, and the theory is very cool actually. So you like Sherlock Holmes, the other person like Sherlock Holmes, they are very likely to be compatible, right? So now let's get something that is not so obvious. Then at that time we already had the software algorithm, we call it clustering and all that. Essentially what they're going to do is try to match similar-ish behavior. Then from there, they try to match you up. There's a theory of dating app in the early 2000s, and for a long time, dating app is really about that, knowing yourself, clustering, similar group. And turns out that Tinder changed a lot of things. They're just like, don't bother, location-based. And Tinder is more real-life based, right? Because you're not going to make a big list of your day, then try to match up, okay, we have the same interests and all that. That's not how real people go for a date.
Apparently, Tinder found out that the primary or the biggest factor in people dating is convenience and location.
Yeah.
Like if it's easy for you to meet up, then you go and meet up. And that's like the thing.
Yeah, which is why it's easier to actually get into a relationship in university and colleges, because a wide variety of people at one spot is easy to meet, and they're not necessarily a classmate, can be another faculty. Nowadays, it's a lot harder because you meet your colleague, then things get a lot complicated really fast.
Yeah, I think it's the problem with
yeah, I wouldn't want to open Tinder app on like
yes,
company.
precisely.
Yeah.
It get really weird
That's
really
what I'm saying. Like if I were to be like in a working environment, I wouldn't want to switch on my app because like it will be very awkward. Kind of think, oh, you are on this app as well. Like I'm not trying to date inside like this kind of thing. So.
And also because of there's a lot of cases that that happen in especially in tech or Western country is that I prefer to maintain a boundary like with professional people. I don't date people that I know professionally, so that is actually there's no some expectation that will cause like confusion, because sometimes there's especially in the business situation, business relationship, there is a power play involved. So sometimes they might be not willing to tell you that they are not interested because of that. So that's one of the reasons that I think it's good to find other ways to find people. Like it's just really weird if you try to date like your colleagues and unless they have the consent beforehand, which
it's not always clear. So dating app changed a lot of dating scene just because of that reason. So
let's answer the question from Chris. I don't know, especially response after a week. Yeah, why not do it slow then? If it's slow,
I think it's on both sides. Sometimes the male side, the guy side will not be like talking. One person will say, "Oh, sorry, I was busy," and then it becomes the because the initial spark for me is like, "Oh, I like your photos, I like your caption, it's very witty." So you try to spark a conversation, but after a while, after the first maybe 3 or 4 exchanges, you will know whether you want to continue this conversation. I mean, that's for me lah. But if sometimes I don't even really feel like it, so I know that then it will just be another passing kind of like hi, bye kind of thing.
Do you unmatch people, or do you keep them in a gallery?
Yeah, I used to leave everybody there, and then I realized that actually it does boost your so-called ego. Then I started unmatching it because I find that to be a bit more like, because sometimes it's like weird. People don't even say hi to you, right? Let's say you add a new photo on your profile, and then suddenly this person out from nowhere, from like maybe 6 months ago, they match with you because that person is just there. They will suddenly say, "Oh, looking good," or whatever. So I'm like, okay, you didn't really like say hi to me even from the beginning, but because I added a new photo
so
or whatever.
So like there's a sense of like, oh, because I'm convenient.
I'm bored. Like
Well, it's also on the other side. That means they have kept your match with them and then never without unmatching, because that's the only way they can catch. They can.
You'll be gone if one of them unmatched anyway.
So that means both of you did not unmatch each other. So that means they were also like hoarding matches on their profile.
True.
Personal preference, I think.
I have, but I also have guys.
It's also troubling.
I've also have guys asking me like, "Oh, how many matches do you have?" It's like they want to know. I don't know why. Maybe not all, but 1 or 2 people will ask that question just to find out like, so I'm like, so they want to see whether you're in high demand. Or I don't know.
Or are you desperate enough?
What's the right answer there? Like, how many matches do you have?
I would ask back. So did you ask other girls as well? Like, I would throw. I mean, I'm more of a. I do coaching for my work, so I know how to deflect and reflect the question back. So I don't want to boost his ego as well as I don't want to give him the answer. It's like just asking personal questions. I feel.
I would have said 7 a day, but who's counting?
Relationship.
But
7 is so low.
Don't you think it's disturbing?
Anyways.
It's like serial killer with the trophy.
But I think if depends on whether you want to like spend some time with trolling them. So.
But I think it's a lot of mismatch of intention and sometimes you are there for a certain reason. Sometimes you could be just bored. Sometimes you're looking for a more serious thing. Sometimes you just want to look for a fling. So hence why sometimes I find dating apps is very frustrating for women. But of course there are also people who's looking just for superficial like fun. So I don't blame guys was just randomly type in something like, oh, FWB or like, DTF. I'm like, okay.
What does
So it's just
DTF means? Sorry, I didn't Google
Oh,
it.
can I say any profanity here? Like, is it okay?
We try not to. Okay,
Oh,
I'll Google
it's like
it.
down. Okay, you just
Oh.
Google it.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I understand now.
But so the thing is, your dating app is essentially okay. Do you know the concept of sexual conflict? Okay,
You
so
mean
it looks
the-
like this.
You know the power struggle?
Yeah.
In evolutionary biology, you're talking about it's very simple. Woman takes 9 months to make a baby, okay, and technically
Make
the
a
guy
baby.
can run away, right? You get the idea. It takes 9 months to have a baby too.
Yeah. Women are more invested in a way.
Yeah, and men can run away, and it's in the. But men want to spread their gene as fast as both species, both gender want to spread as much as possible, right?
Sure, I'm up for
to spread the
that.
gene. So there's a conflict out of that. As a result, the power dynamic between men and women is a bit different. Let's not call it power dynamic because there's no level here. It's more of men and women had different wants, right? Different wants, and it's very simple to me. Guys can run away all the time. I mean, that happens, and women have to stay with the problem. So as a result,
I'm not sure.
you'll see this kind of sexual conflict on dating app.
I'm not sure if
the behavior and whatnot.
the women side actually has this thing that I found out that during dinner time I get more matches and they're gonna immediately ask you for dinner.
Yeah, but dinner is not.
Yeah. They are more
really? Oh.
active during dinner time and the first thing they're gonna ask is, do you want to go to dinner together?
I would say that women. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not representing all women, obviously.
No, do you?
But I'm
Okay.
sure some of people would probably be like, yeah, might as well just swipe during dinner so I get a free meal out of it.
Oh no, I mean,
Do
do you face like men doing that to women? Do you have that?
No, I randomly go on it, so I don't really have a specific time.
Okay.
So actually, I realized that I would say in Malaysia when we swipe, it takes time for people to ask the person out. I don't know why. Is it with guys? I don't know. Maybe you can enlighten me. It's like sometimes you become just like a text buddy. I'm like, are we here like to just text for 1 week kind of thing, without like making any plans? So that can be frustrating.
Is that because you'd rather have the guy ask you out rather than the reverse, that you ask them out?
It's very traditional way of thinking.
No. Or probably
Yeah.
to
I
answer
see.
Jim, probably because
I
I
traditional
look well
than
fat.
Because probably I have no money.
I look well fat. I have double chin.
For me, I'm still very traditional. Like, I'm very simple. I don't need like a dinner or whatever. It could be just like, hey, you want to meet up, coffee, whatever. I know we are not asking for like a 5-star, fine dining restaurant or whatever kind of thing. It's like,
Interesting.
hey, do you want to? Yeah. So.
Coffee, I know a place. It's in PJ.
So,
Yeah,
Are
exactly.
you asking now? Come on.
are you asking?
That is a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there is also a cost involved. I'm going to go into evolutionary biology just because.
So we have the
Because
biology
that's my
lecture.
thing.
I like swimming's kind of like where you
Yeah.
try to sort of like poke around and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
thing
that's
is, there's a cost for us to go on a date. Think about it. There's a cost for us because in a traditional Asian society, men are expected to pay, or we had the expectation that we have to pay, right? Even though I'm going to bet that most of the date you go Dutch.
No, I think the problem is that communicating upfront is not commonly practiced here. Like, I'm actually gladly
Because there's an
communicate
expectation.
upfront. Like, I mean,
Societal
going out.
expectation.
Yeah. I mean, I have actually paid Dutch.
Yes.
In a few, I would say in actually quite a few dates. Like it could be dinner, it could be drinks. It could be like that person gets dinner, I get the dessert or whatever, right? But I realized that somehow those date doesn't turn into like second or third round. It feels always man feels like, oh, maybe she doesn't really like me, or
Interesting.
I don't know. Maybe it's just that because for me, one of the reasons I went on a dating app is to sort of like because I'm so used to I can pay for my own dinner. Why would I want to go out with a guy just for a dinner, right? So for me, I use the app to actually overcome my sort of fear or my sort of that thinking like, hey, I can afford my own meal. I don't need a guy to pay for the meal.
Yeah.
But I actually let the guy pay for it so that I actually learn how to be like, the feminine, I don't know. That is the psychology for my side. But when I started paying for the dates, it feels that, the guy feels is emasculated for some reason. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
I think I don't know. It's
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 lot
a
of
communication
it's
issue. Like
yeah, it's
also,
very complicated, right? Like for me, I
Yeah.
also pay for dates.
yeah,
but
it's
I
like
don't really
everybody
feel like,
everybody's
yeah.
trying to try to play the guessing game, like try to gauge each other's like press the button to stop. Oops, no.
But the
Yeah.
thing is, dating, we're mostly expecting things like, okay, let's go out and let's spend some long-term relationship. It's easier if it's like that, but in reality, it's not like that. You need to spend a bit more time. The thing is, are you going to spend more time to see whether the person is worth?
I think the point is just.
long term.
I think the point is just don't think too much. Like go for it. Like if yes or no, like yeah, it's fine.
That's probably one of the biggest lessons there is to if you get rejected often enough, you don't feel like rejection is such a big thing.
Yeah.
Not everybody's
So,
into you.
I mean, that's obviously.
Yeah, which is like it's normal, right? I mean, if you think about it, it's logical. Yeah, not exactly. Not everyone is into you. Like all the 7 billion people in the world, not everyone is going to like you. But
at
it's
least you
so
meet up
difficult
and you
to.
realize, at least you meet
I think
up
the
and
point
decide.
is, if you can choose people, other can choose you as well. So I think that's fair.
It's like Pokemon, but both are Pokemon. Wait,
I
no,
choose
Don't
you.
objectify.
both are trainers, I guess.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Simon got offended because we objectify Pokemon.
They're our friends.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I actually
let's-
had a Pokemon with me.
Let's go over a bit for the practice is from the term of service. You have to be over 18, of course, and you're actually not allowed to solicit business over the platform. So, yeah, it's not for promotion, not for.
Is this like solicitation of business, like as an escort, or not
Not just
soliciting
escort, like
business for?
Like I'm
Insurance.
Like, let's say I'm selling nasi lemak. That's not allowed as well.
Is that why people put like strange pictures on their
I have no
profile?
idea. It's also very weird if you try to sell on the platform. I think because I think it's not the prohibition of selling is not necessarily just for that. I think it's some sort related to liability or some regulation. I mean local regulation about this thing. I have no idea.
So, for example, if I have a picture, like let's say someone has a picture of training in the gym, and then they say, "Oh, by the way, I'm a fitness trainer. Would you like to get some lessons with me?" That's not allowed.
Actually, that is weird even for real life.
But then that is still on Tinder, right? Meaning like I met a lot of like a male a personal trainer. They say, "Oh, I'm a personal trainer. I can actually coach you." Basically, that's their caption.
I think that is. I don't know. The line is weird because it's up to them to decide. It's just it's part of the clause in all three platforms. I don't think they remove things because they say they disallow nudity, but I see a lot of nudes.
Oh, do you see a lot of nudes?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with my Tinder swiping.
No, the problem with Tinder is that you cannot be too loose, and also you cannot be like the filter that you get cannot be too it cannot be. I mean, your filter is precise. If not, they're gonna just like because I set some really like strict, like let's say within 10 kilos and stuff, they're gonna throw me people like from all around the world or something like that. Even though I didn't take Go Gobbler, they're just throw me people from anywhere. And
I think because of
any weird
MCO,
places.
because you do need to get on the Tinder passport feature, right? That you can swipe in anywhere of the world.
Yeah.
That you can change your locations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to tick that, but if I didn't tick that, they are also like if the criteria. I mean, if they cannot find any suggestion for me, they're gonna just throw people from like 1,000 kilos away, something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really weird. Same goes with I think I tried to tweak the filter for OkCupid and CoffeeMeetsBagel as well. Yep, if they have nothing to suggest you, they're gonna just throw you very random people. So
Well, they want to keep you in the platform, so
yeah,
you can't
Yeah,
say
but
that.
it's-
Oh,
yeah,
it's impossible that nobody's around.
they want you to
I
get
think-
hooked.
They say.
I think somebody's asking, like, Jen is asking, Tristan, how did you meet your spouse? Any juicy story?
No,
Tristan want to say it.
no
Tristan
juicy
is
stories.
saying- Yeah. Wait, you're married?
Tristan is married. I don't know
No,
about
I'm
that.
not. I'm not married. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tristan.
I'll be
okay.
I'll be a horrible person if I don't know that Tristan is married.
Yeah.
and this is weird because CoffeeMeetsBagel says that specifically state that if you have criminal records, you cannot use it.
It's easier to do that for due diligence than
No,
go
but-
into-
But not for Tinder and OkCupid. They are actually okay. They say just behave. But CoffeeMeetsBagel specifically state that, and they also specifically state that you need to be single, and available to use.
Yeah.
I mean the clause of course they don't check sometimes. But yeah, it's
Coffee Meet Bagel is from which country?
let me check.
But I meet people like on Tinder, and they are also on CoffeeMeetsBagel, and sometimes they try to match you, and some people just have a very short kind of memory, so they don't know they have actually met you on Tinder, and then they are like talking to you on CoffeeMeetsBagel. So maybe I have a photographic memory and I can remember exactly the pickup line.
But
So yeah, so that's not so
this
that's
not
not cool.
Pickup line?
yeah, not cool. You
Same
say.
pickup line. Same
It's lame.
pickup line. Yeah, it's like okay.
Did you ask them like how many they tried using the same lines?
They couldn't answer. It's almost like they're like, I'm just gonna type the
New
same
York.
thing.
New York by a team
yeah.
of Koreans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
They should have said it's the same person, so the same pickup line would work on them again, right?
So the
No.
reason I asked for country is because it's one of those liability that countries
Yeah.
have
But
local
no,
regulations.
it doesn't happen to Tinder and OkCupid.
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for all platforms, you are not supposed to maintain more
Yeah,
than
there's some
one.
cases of like Tinder. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel that there are people who has more than one.
Definitely. I mean, this is the TOS.
Yeah.
There, it's not
I have seen. I
enforced.
have seen.
It means you can report them if you're looking to
Yeah.
fund to sabotage some people on this platform. You can use it against them. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I think is
Oh,
this
sorry, thought there was
Yeah.
a Mrs. Squid.
is it like advertisement for Tristan?
I don't know.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm attached and available.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Include this.
No business
and
promotion.
a friend actually tried. A friend just for fun, he actually put up a PayPal link on his OkCupid profile.
Wow.
A friend that I think Swimming knows, but not Tristan. He actually put it there and he get banned immediately. Yeah. Like what I say, like just now, also too strict a choice, the system is going to test it on you until they can guess what your preference is. Yeah, try to be frank with your I mean whatever you're expecting. So, yeah, common question. And it's just a free form Q&A then right now.
Yeah.
Okay, is there any questions?
There's no need
Should
of another part. Just
Yeah.
I
ask.
think we covered everything, Nicholas. I think we covered
Oh, we are almost 11 already, so time passes
Yes.
fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, should I use it?
It's your call, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about my opinion. I'm gonna put it there, but Tinder is a bit intense for me because of the 100 100 quota. If they make it 10, probably I'll be more comfortable because I have some OCDs that I need to complete it. So sorry. Yeah. Policy wise, it seems pretty okay after some of the like people that root up, because dating apps often get into the spotlight. So I check out the privacy terms and it looks pretty okay for me. It's just that it means that if you're owned by the same bosses, they have the rights to use your data. So yeah, how about you guys? Do you guys think you're gonna use it?
Any of you actually use it seriously before for a certain intention? For any intentions?
No, I know a friend who did use Tinder seriously before. He met his now wife in Tinder,
Okay.
so that like a success story. Tinder should interview them.
Yeah, I have a client.
there are success.
Yeah, I have a client that met on like Tinder, and then she met the husband, and I think they got married after 1 year. She just delivered a baby. So yeah,
Oh, nice.
success story.
Yeah, success stories.
Yep, it's basically means that it's your mileage may vary, and also don't get addicted because these platforms are what you call it as a kind of there's some gamification involved.
Yes.
So anything that involves gamification has a certain aspect of addictiveness to it. So
Yes.
and learn how to protect yourself. They actually offer guidelines on how to protect yourself on these platforms.
Yes.
So
I got their email about protecting myself. I mean, look at me. The worst could happen is that somebody tried to sell me insurance.
oh look, hey, don't be so harsh on yourself. yeah.
Yeah. For me, like I want to go back to where they're like somehow promoting their Instagram or whatever it is, right? So I don't like to connect my Instagram with any of the apps. I think one of the reason is being like sometimes you don't match with them. I mean, you didn't swipe right on them, right?
Okay.
So some of these people will actually try to track you down on Instagram
Oh.
and slide into your DMs.
Do you
So-
encounter that? Because
I encountered one, and then it became something like very pushy. On the
Oh.
phone, it sounded okay. Then on the day we were supposed,
Okay. I understand.
yeah.
like,
Stalkers and stuff.
and you got to protect yourself and have this kind of like you got to know your gut feeling, and then to see whether you really want to meet that person or what. Yeah, if it gut feeling says no, then you shouldn't.
It's still.
But that's
you still have to go
that's
out
an
and
interesting. No, but that's an interesting dichotomy between men and women experience, right? Like for us, we like if a pretty profile picture comes up and asks like, "Hey, would you like to go out and like meet up somewhere?" Then there's no second thoughts about it. We just go out. Whereas for women, they have to actually think about it. Is this safe? Is this something that will like? Is it going to be? Am I going to die by a stalker, or like do I give my Instagram account to this person? So it's something that we want to think about when we actually experience these. That there are very very different experiences between men and women. In the
Yeah,
platforms.
and even
And
one
there
time,
is cases.
I would say my experience, because I used to have like very contrast purple hair. So apparently, just by that photo alone, people can recognize me on the street, because I think I'm based in KL, so I think it's relatively small. People can just pass you by and say, "Hey, that's the girl from like I think I saw her on Instagram or Tinder or whatever." So it's like it somehow gave that person sort of like, "Hey, I should text the person." Like I think I saw you on the street, so that felt pretty much unsafe. Sometimes it's like the world is so small. Maybe that person doesn't have a bad intention, but yeah, but it's like women
But
has to
there's-
go through this kind of.
Hey, I found
Yeah.
Felicia on Tinder, so
Yeah.
that's how.
Yeah, exactly.
How
So I'm
it is.
like, okay.
But does that do you actually feel unsafe when people message you? Because I would have thought that was a compliment. That hey, I recognized you. You're popular. You actually stand out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I would
don't
understand
mind
as well that
because
it's creepy.
Yeah, for me, because I am quite public in my work, because as a trainer, as a coach, I have to put my phone number out there, my photos
okay.
are out there. Yeah, it's public, right? But in the sense where sometimes you just sometimes it could be just a compliment and say hi, you know, try to have small talks or whatever not. But you just use your gut feeling. I think some people, they are harmless, so we just maintain as like friends or whatever not. But you would know if it's starting to be a bit like, you know, having other intentions and creepy and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, I like when you said harmless. That's like code word for friend zone. You're harmless.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason why you didn't swipe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you think that it's a bit off, I think just get out. Like, I think that's the general consensus.
Yes.
So
And the best part is that once you block that person, let's say you appear on another dating app, that person will still like try to match with you, which is very weird. It's like
really,
and then during the MCO, weird things happening, right? So I mean, we are kind of in a weird situation. So people will try to reach out to you like after 2 years and 3 years, which is
What? They remember you after that amount of time?
You know, we call it like zombie or haunting. We call them. We have all these dating terms, right? Social media dating terms, whatever not. So you have all this like zombieing or breadcrumbing, we call it. So it's like they just see you as somebody who's like, oh, you're still there. Oh, you're still looking okay lah. You know, boleh lah. You know, maybe still single lah. You know, let me just
really
show you some like. Show you some love bomb and then like, I think I should have dated you long time ago, blah blah blah. I'm like, what? Like, okay.
Get alive.
So for me, it's like, just
people get charged for a reason in real life. You know what I mean? In real life, you do something like that, you actually get charged, and you get charged.
Do we have Malaysia? Do we have a law against this? I'm not sure. We have to check that.
Against what?
Against like this kind of stalking. I'm not sure about the regulation.
They tried to push a law not really long ago. I don't think it passed through because there's a change of government. It's a big mess.
I don't know if you want to regulate this though, because if you really want to stop someone from contacting you, you can get a TRO, right, a restraining order against them.
Because the danger is real.
It is
real, but it's too. Like you're intruding on personal freedoms, not on my personal, but the person's personal freedom to contact and reach out to other people, right?
Actually,
it's very difficult to prove intention there.
I actually use that on one of my clients. I'm not sure. I hope that it doesn't happen to Felicia. Like even as a man, it's not related to that. Is that the client that didn't pay, but he wants me to deliver? He actually waits in front of my house, and he actually live in an apartment, and he actually just went through the glass and like chased me into the apartment. So that's how I get a restraining order on him.
Wow.
So those are like exceptional cases, right? That's why you don't regulate, because regulation means you have to the law means that you cannot do this immediately for all people.
It's not. It's even though it's regulate, what it really means that there is a baseline of what's the condition, the list of conditions that can happen before you can ask for interference. So it's clearer. Previously, you would actually have to make a lot of case for this kind of thing.
Well, yeah. Usually, the civil case will require you that there was like some kind of damage to you, like some moral or some like you became anxious. And you prove it to the court, and then you get like.
I think the point of the regulation is to make it easier to make a report, but because right now is not very friendly. I mean, in terms of making a report on these kind of cases, it's not actually about persecuting anybody, but to make it easy or an official way for people to make this kind of report.
They set up a set of ground rules that you can actually do that, and they have to take action when they meet this criteria.
So we have to close up soon, and let's read the comments. So from Cheng, true. So
people pay him for dinner.
You know what's I find a more efficient, like even more efficient than Tinder, which rides on location, like either dance classes or choir singing.
I knew it.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true that because you get you get to be co-located. You can't do it anymore right now with the NCO. But if you go for like salsa dances or like choral singing,
Yeah.
you have to go together. You get more people, and if you like singing or if you like dancing, then you automatically be with people who like the same things as you do. So you get the
Yes.
same interests and the same location at the same time, and you don't even have to pay so much for an app, right?
Yeah, my friends
So.
they actually met through a dance class. So yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
So yeah.
So
So
just
different ways. I mean, we're just trying to promote like there's so many different ways. So like dating apps is just one of the way to, get
yeah.
yourself. I mean,
Mm.
you
Or
still need an offline kind of life to put
yeah.
put stuff
Yes.
online, right? So
Or a wingman.
hmm,
So
for fun,
yeah.
okay. Hmm.
I think fun means different. Yeah, differently. Depends on the context.
Yeah, fun can mean like just out there to connect with people, meet
Yeah.
people. Yeah. So
Or
sometimes I do meet. Yeah, sometimes I do meet. Men that just wants to go out on a date. Like, yeah, so it was just one good
yeah.
date and that was it. Good conversation. Sometimes it's just that.
Yeah. Back in the early 2000s, when MMORPGs were like the rage, like
Yeah.
there were a lot of people who met online. Like before dating apps, there was like Ragnarok Online or like I don't know what other MMORPGs there are. They just keep on chatting and then they met up in real life and then they hit it off. So
Mm.
I knew.
as long as
Yeah.
there's opportunity, they
Yeah.
like life finds a way. As Dr.
Yeah.
Malcolm says in Jurassic Park.
I get that reference.
Mm.
Go on
Oh,
a
poor
date, found out
Chris.
it's, oh
Yeah.
no.
I think I'm not an expert, but I think it's basically how we deal with life is meet the bad one and just just get over it. Remember the good ones.
Mm.
Yeah, DM trolls, get
Men
catfish
get
easy.
catfish easier.
What's a catfish? I don't
Meaning
know the term.
you don't look like your profile or
Yeah,
you're not what you are on your
Oh,
profile.
yeah,
mm,
So I can put like
Uh,
a filter, and then like when I meet you, I'm like I'm not 6 feet, or I'm not a model
yeah.
or whatever.
mm,
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
But the
things like that.
most serious one is that the other. So it's more happen to men, and the more interesting one is that the other party is a man. That is interesting.
I've heard of
Swimming.
that.
I would like to read the fan fiction that swimming composed. I'm gonna wait for it.
Yeah.
uh, I don't. No, not really. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Oh,
So
okay.
yep,
So Jen, don't simply text me.
it's fine.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. No.
What?
Smooth terror story hard in the world. Oh, it's from. Yeah, It's actually a bit lag from what Felicia was describing. Oh, terror, or mine. Or,
your story. I think this was your story.
okay.
The
Yeah, I
one
think
that
you're
you
sorry.
got chased through the elevator.
Yeah. Desperate clients, we do anything.
Hmm.
Warcraft marriages. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's different. I think it's a change of mindset because last time it was horrible. Last time because like we were back then when we were minors, like we just go on like a chat with God knows who stranger and
Yeah,
talk
I
about
think
any.
I was probably talking to pedophiles and stuff like that. I don't know. Like, but that time,
Yeah.
but the time we didn't have so like changi,
Yeah.
handphone that can take photos.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we just post some random celebrity photos up there. So we are like,
Yeah.
I'm safe.
I think
in
last
that
time
sense.
last time most of us we don't share our real pictures and also we use a nick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when us ASL, we would say like female. We are female. Or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, I think some of us catfish people before.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Animal Crossing. Yeah, yep. Whichever that whichever commonality you can use as a bridge. Then, so it's not just necessary as a dating apps, but actually dating apps is just a gateway for you to connect with people.
It's the icebreaker. It's the
Yeah,
icebreaker. Of the
Icebreaker.
icebreaker.
Mm.
Right.
Check in with
Well,
the
speaking
screenshot
of
song.
icebreaker, like
Yeah.
OkCupid has icebreaker mode, right? Like the survey. how much percentage you are similar to each other when you answer the survey.
I think that is
That's usually how you do
creepy.
the icebreaker.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like you see 98%, but you like really like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, I think the 98% is lie. I don't know. I actually did a
Also,
proper calculation. It's actually not really a 98%. It's just a random number that came up with. So you can actually feel more confident. Because at certain cases is that for me, I tweak it out a bit and I can see like when there's a 50-50 disagree and agree, they still give you a very high score. So I'm not sure how it really works.
Yeah, if OkCupid and Tinder come from the same company, I don't think
No,
it's that.
they get bought over by the same company.
Yeah, but still, I
That-
feel that it's like you get the same.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, before we yep. Nice Discord. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And Jim actually organize or operate a Discord channel. It's called like Malaysian co-working space group. If you're interested, get up there.
Yep.
So probably we can open up a dating channel there to talk about
Yeah.
this more.
Yes.
So yeah, before we conclude, we already like long past our hour. So
Yes.
yep, anything we want to say before we close this?
I don't know. Go out. Be safe. Have fun.
Yeah,
Be
have
safe.
fun. Yeah, good luck. All the best.
Like and
Say-
subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Wear your mask.
Yeah. All right, that's
Oh.
about it.
If you like more of these kinds of topics, then tell us. Then we'll try to get more people like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if you find this
Belting,
interesting
take
to hear more of like
Yeah.
the insights of the his and hers perspective. Yeah, I don't mind coming back again. So yeah.
Oh, not necessarily.
Is
We
there a
can
place
talk
where
about.
can we find us?
Sorry.
Never mind. Go on.
No,
Yeah,
for
please.
Felicia,
Yeah.
do you have like any like
Yeah,
you want to
prefer-
promote like your Facebook page, for example, or your
I think it's already on.
Online?
I think Chilean already put it up, right?
Yeah.
So basically,
Mm.
it's like I just created this for fun because I like memes as well. So I just find like just to channel my how I find dating apps frustrating and amusing at the same time. Because I started like 3 years ago, so I created one for like a Tinder confession Malaysia, but it's a female version. There's actually a general one, but I think it's geared towards like
Yeah, very male focused.
men. I feel very male focused, and I just created a female version just for fun, and maybe people should just go there and give it a bit of love, and then
So-
maybe we can do more of this. Yeah.
Yeah, or probably when we start doing more fitness stuff, we can get Felicia up here to talk about it. It's not it's not a
Yeah,
very
yeah,
common
definitely.
topic, especially for the techies. You see, like our body is normally we normally have one app.
I think at the end of the day, we can discuss about that. For me, it's like I don't see the aesthetic part of it. Is that important? Because like if you want to go back to the main topic, which is the dating app, I don't actually find people with like 6 packs of perfect body to
Yeah.
be like the reason that I want to swipe. So I think at the end of the day, it's mostly like because it's a job hazard that comes with it because you are sedentary most of the time and things like that. So it's just like how to take
The
care of
main
your
thing
body.
is about like how
So
to be
yeah.
healthy.
Yeah, sounds like a good future topic. Taking care of your health as a software developer or professional or technology
So with
field.
that said,
Yeah.
shall
We
we
need to wrap up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
say
I need to
bye.
work tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah.